I totally forgot this was in my bag. My father dropped off the journal that you asked for.
Oh! Yes, he had a deal with me. I need to get him 2 of my books.
Ah, I have
There you
tomb
go.
dust and dead woman's
Thank
hair.
you.
Who drowned in your lake? I don't care.
Was that a poem, or were you serious?
I actually have a dead woman's hair and tomb dust from your lake.
Hmm. Oh.
But yes, I
That's
suppose it
alright.
was a poem.
One moment. Oh wait, there's the bench.
Oh, big old
You see,
banshee.
even though there's a bench there, I'm having a hard time seeing it.
Price of being human. Can't see in the dark.
Yes, the futilities of
I
being human.
will be right back.
I mean, we could just...
You know what?
You know what?
I'm gonna be
Just
super
move the one
fucking...
lamp!
Yep, exactly.
Yep,
I'm gonna
you
be
did
super
it.
fucking lazy. There.
Ah.
What hope have we, so bound entwined in mortal coils and thin black lines?
Wanted to put a boot down.
Give it here and I can put it down.
Boots!
A boot.
Yes, give Shadow the boot.
Get the boot!
Are you headbutting people again?
Boots. Boots, cats. Boots and cats.
No, that's
boots,
just-
cats.
No, that's just you. That's your boot.
That is my boot.
Well,
Why are you smacking her with flowers?
Because I apparently deserve it.
Because I am
Well,
assaulting her with smells.
And what for, out of curiosity? What did I do?
I am blessing you for springtime! So that you might be...
see.
I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. I have a bouquet of flowers and I'm going to
A
boop you.
blessing for springtime to get you to bloom.
Oh, you know, this is much fucking better than arguing with an amethyst on a roof.
yeah.
You
Hello,
missed.
Victor.
Try harder.
Oh, I will always miss the library.
I
central.
refuse to bloom.
Allow me
Keep
to
your
use the
flowers to
library.
yourself.
Of
Oh,
course.
don't
the
wander
library's open
off.
to all.
Oh, come join the silliness. And by that I mean we were fishing and arguing about how many people died in the lake.
She
people
was
have died in the lake?
commenting.
Apparently.
Yes, she found a dead woman's hair and ashes from a tomb. I don't know so much they came from the lake or perhaps were thrown in.
Yeah, and a boot.
Yes.
So I think there's definitely someone dead on the water there.
Okay, have you been throwing people in the lake?
I am incapable of harming people.
That is
At
incorrect.
least physically.
You are an emotionally traumatizing sort of individual. Don't lie.
That's why I corrected to physically. I realized how broad that statement was.
Did my companions say where they were heading off to next?
I believe an errand is all we were previously given information on. Ivar said he has some books to return, so he might be back here at some point. I don't know when.
He asked Lady Nadine if she was ready to complete that other errand, and she said she wanted to go home because her pockets were very full. He spoke of Dragonbone, and then they left.
Well, it could be anywhere. Yeah, well, I might peruse around for a little bit longer if I'm not invading anyone's space. But I
not.
might return home to try and find my companions if they do not show up.
Of course.
I mean, you're welcome to sit and banter. I don't remember what the fuck it was we were talking about. But
How many drinks have you had, Artemis?
I think it was the fireball that sobered me though. So,
Well, I haven't offered you any liquor. Would you like some?
I've had at least 2 Stygian sunrises, not counting whatever the fuck I was drinking at Vernum. So,
But I have a question, actually, Tokage.
Yes.
I was wondering if you have seen any gyms such as this.
you didn't happen to find the teardrop, did you?
Hmm. Where'd you find this?
One of my companions found it, but both me and my beloved Jezebel, we've been searching, what is it called, the cistern, for other gyms similar to it.
Artemis,
What?
is this the gem the Valkyrie was looking for?
God, I fucking hope not. Is it a blue teardrop palm-sized crystal? Gem?
No.
Then it would not be the Valkyrie. Nope, that's not it. What is that?
Very well.
But Ivar said that the tear, it is best not to handle it with bare skin because only certain beings could handle it without coming to harm, and that it would most likely be found in a small box.
Oh. Then I picked this up recklessly.
This is not the tear, Takage. The tear
But
is...
this man was
Yeah.
handling that one, so you're safe.
That-
He's already
Yeah,
proven
there's
that it will
been,
not harm you.
That is...
There's been many different people handling that gym, and there's similar gyms like it that we've seen and found. We were wondering if those gyms, the one that you are searching for, this teardrop one, might be located in similar locations.
So, information per the lips of the Valkyrie, not stating they're not lying, just per what they said. It is a blue tear-shaped gem. It came from a Jotun, or Jotun, a tear of this creature, or god, I am unsure. It can fit in the palm of a hand. It is in Moran. Where is the question? And it is not out of the question that it might be in the dreams, so...
It's a possibility. A lot of the buildings are also accessible in Maroon as well.
Yes. Though there's been very little change in the city itself in its day-to-day pacing. Other than, you know, casual fucking murder. But...
Have you seen the extensions onto the upper part of Maroon, where merchants were coming in?
Yes, although I'm a little disappointed somebody's moving into the Lotus Den. I think there's 3 new merchants that are open, plus 2 or 3 that are not yet, plus the 2 outside. There's
I'm curious to check some of the buildings there. Maybe there might be something that we have missed. Perhaps a secret door or something along the lines of that.
I found plans for the city as I was attending to the man who was murdered. I also determined that someone had mutilated him. They were trying to remove tattoos.
I had spent some time in the Frost Dream, thinking maybe that if it was the Gothi, or their priest, that was missing with the gem, he would have gone somewhere similar to where he was from, but that dream is one I'm unfamiliar with and found myself horribly lost.
I can search later on to see if we find anything. I can take Jezebel and myself and some of the others and do an extensive search. If we find anything, we'll make sure to bring it to the library.
Yeah, the Frost Stream is probably the most difficult of them to navigate, as it has very low visibility and you cannot climb. So anyone who can fly has a benefit there, I think.
We have quite a few different flyers. Plus, the snow is pretty much home for me.
It's blinding.
Just the way I like it.
I'll stick with my rivers and forests.
Blinding snow.
Of the rest, the ghost crystals I have found are actually nothing to do with this. They are a quest for druids in training. So, That is
This
a dead end.
gem that I found, you can embed it in your armor, in your clothing. It'll give you different types of boons. Some can extend your breath, others can give you more strength in your being, perhaps even more vigor in your breath as well. Also, it might even help extend your how many pockets you have, like this gem that I have now.
Fascinating.
You can find them located in the cistern. That is usually where you could find some. The individuals there, the Gatormen, I call them. They like to hoard relics like this, artifacts. There are also the pirates of the Red Flag and Black Banners down south that also hoard such relics.
What is the cistern, if you don't mind me asking?
The cistern is to the far west, over in the Red Mountains. Undead typically walk around its area. I believe the location, if my memory serves me.
I have to be honest, I don't really leave
911?
the Highlands very much.
9C, I believe is it. Bottom left-hand corner.
I see. Huh.
There's
Reckon the sun
a
has come
old
up.
there's an old sewer there that has been sunken. There is a well that was once served in that city that is now ruins. You can dive into it and find yourself at the bottom with a lot of gatormen that worship a giant gator down there. I do not disturb the gator, it does nothing wrong. But the gatormen themselves are vicious.
I really don't go delving very much anymore. I can't get anyone to leave any of the taverns, unfortunately.
I don't spend any time in the tavern, so find me.
Well, that would
I
be
wish to
fine.
see things I haven't seen before.
Well, I would check you out, except every time I come here, you're not here.
Hmm.
And
My
Ellie, I have
apologies.
no idea where the fuck you are most of the time. Except apparently on top
Most
of
people.
Takage.
Here. No.
Whoa. Hello.
Excuse you.
Just happened to be
Most
sleeping on the
times whenever
floor.
I go, people tend to run the opposite direction. Artemis is the only one that has no.
Well,
I have not run.
When I just met you today.
Yes, but why should I run?
we'll put it this way. Your
rumors.
opposition has annoyed me enough that I was curious.
I have yet to have a single bad experience with any member of the Rose Court, despite the rumors.
No one whispers
Although-
rumors to me, so I don't care.
That's because you don't
Well,
listen
but-
when I try to tell you.
Been told many times not to engage with Rose Court alone, yet I continue to talk to them because they come to the library. It's quite strange.
Careful, Takage, they might entrance you. Don't look him in the eyes.
Entrance me? What? Are they going to mind control me?
That
Are
is
they going
what
to
the
bend my
rumor
spine with my
says.
mind?
No, that is not. I don't think you want him to bend your spine. I don't think you know what the euphemism is, Takage.
You have not been clear about the euphemism of it.
I will explain that later.
Very well.
It means fucking, Takage.
Why would you bend a spine while fucking?
It's a euphemism. None
I'm not explaining that one. Artemis can explain that one. I'm not. It's not happening, no.
This sounds incredibly painful.
Oh, you break me. Oh. Oh, sorry.
More confusing than ever.
Forgive us.
No, don't forgive
humor
us.
is a better part of life.
No,
It's
hold
fine.
it against us forever. Don't ever forgive us for laughing.
You do not wish me to do that. But no, I rarely leave the keep nowadays. Anytime I do, is met with hostility, except for the rare few individuals like yourselves.
Well, you've been around around in Fernham a few times in the last few days. It's good to see you out.
I'm trying to get sun.
Oh, I thought you had an allergy, though.
Is he also
There
a
is the
library
gem.
book?
Not so I'm a vampire.
That's actually a really fucking good one.
My apologies, and didn't want to assume.
Oof.
No, it's fine. Many people assume in these lands, so it is rare to find one who does not.
Well, it also doesn't help when people spread your secrets for you.
Yeah, well, secrets are often misconstrued. See, one thing will become another thing, so on and so forth. So is the game of rumor.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
A
I
cat, if you tell one person about the cat, it'll eventually become some sort of squid by the time it gets to the 10th or 11th person.
I do
Yes,
enjoy
I remember a conversation like this last night.
Oh?
You were talking with, was it Marcus?
Yes.
Is that who we were speaking with? And he was in denial about your statements on second-hand to first-hand accounts?
Well, that is because Marcus is contrary and deems that he does not wish to share things that I own. So,
He's also what you would consider a fuzzbutt?
yes, he's a fuzzbutt.
Hmm.
Although, apparently, there is a resounding nickname that he just adores, and it is Stinky Puppy.
I'm not sure why he wants to be called that.
Oh, I don't know. But he loves that name so much.
Hmm.
I don't believe her in the slightest.
Mm. I actually think he does enjoy it in certain times, but I can't figure out why because he won't fucking tell me.
More secrets.
Lost memories. So, yes, I
Ah,
suppose.
well, lost memories, indeed.
Hmm. No, but it's good that you make the effort to get out of your keep. Otherwise, everyone will fear you forever.
Yeah, let me show you some of the other gems that I have on me. Here is one that you all might find interesting.
Is this how you enchant us, enthrall us?
No, I just like to share my shinies with people.
Oh, these are kind of cool.
So, interestingly enough, go ahead and pick this up real quick, one of you, whoever wishes to do so. So, what you do is you hold it to a part of your body, yeah? So, for instance, let's say your chest, and you shift yourself, and you focus on the rune that is shaped like a T. So, make sure to shift your body slightly, and focus on this T rune.
Oh,
You
that's
should
cool.
be able to imbue yourself with this rune.
Okay, that's cool.
And that one will augment your breath, making you be able to run just a little bit faster. Or for longer, I should say.
And it doesn't use it up.
No, you can remove it at any time you wish.
Fascinating. That's
And
Remarkable.
how do you remove it?
The same process, just removing it. So make sure to focus on that rune again, then simply shift it away from you. If you want to pass it around and try.
Interesting. I'll have to see if I can acquire a few of these.
I definitely
Might make a
recommend.
nice study.
There is a multitude of different ones that you can find. There is one that my beloved has found very, very interesting. It is in the shape of a heart, but it's a red heart.
Isn't that the normal color?
I
A
don't
crystal
like
heart.
this. That is correct.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm understanding.
Perhaps you can explain
A
it
few-
better.
Hold on.
Oh, do you think that's going to work? I'm telling you, you just use your fingers, it'll work just as well, and it's more fun that way. They're doing science, I think.
Whatever they're doing it very intently.
Oh, I don't know.
Did that work a little better?
Oh. Huh. That is strange. Mm. Thank
You
you.
can go right ahead, Artemis, if you wish to
Oh,
try
no,
yourself.
I understood what it did as soon as you explained it, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to find the cysteine and some of the other places you described.
I wonder what it is that, if it is special or just delves. Like, I end up in no man's land more than anywhere else.
This is just a location. There is no phasing to another place.
No, what I meant is these gems. I wonder if it is exclusive to this place, or if it's to this species, or delves in general.
I don't think it is exclusive to this land. I believe it is foreign in nature. Some of them are occult or divine in nature, so I believe that it is forced upon the lands or find their way here through unnatural means.
Hmm.
Even some of the crystals are eldritch in nature, so that's fascinating as well.
Hmm.
Well, that's definitely remarkable compared to some other gems being taken, at least.
So,
Mm-hmm.
there's just a bunch of these in different kind.
That is correct. Some things come to this realm, our realms, through unnatural means, whether they are summoned or they are often displaced. They find their ways here to this mortal plane. And just as
Every once in a while. Found.
Go ahead.
No. I need to go. I wanted to investigate the death in Murin a little bit more before I sought my bed. Takage, I will leave a letter for you tomorrow. That way you can share it with Ivar if he returns, or Scorn? I think Ivar said his name was Scorn, that was looking into the man's death in Murin. But it is possible that this tear everyone's seeking was in that man's possession.
Yes.
Do you believe that the man was murdered and the gem was stolen? And
It sounds like this is the Gothi that's missing.
So
The
find the
priest.
killer, find the tears.
There are no clothes in the room whatsoever. They stripped every article out of the room. They stripped his body. They carved off tattoos, but I was able to find pieces. They're definitely Nord in origin. And plans and schematics for the city, outlines, tracings. strange, as if he didn't know his way around, perhaps.
Or perhaps that they're using it as a way to conduct a invasion.
If that was the Gothi, why was he here?
It's possible he is betrayer, oathbreaker, and was seeking to sell the item. Murin is known for tradesmen, both legitimate and shadowed.
So, if he came here to sell the item and got himself slit, then it could be in anyone's hand and they might not know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Where would the market
The thing that Ivar said about the gem, the tear, being dangerous to be handled by those who don't have the right blood. Jotun, I think you said?
Yes.
To touch it with the bare flesh would be to cause harm. I found that there was a box that it looked like they had packed a box within a box. We may not be looking for a tear. We may be looking for a box.
It's a possibility as well. And whoever might have killed the individual could have just tucked it away inside the box. And it could be anyone. However, perhaps just spreading our numbers and searching in different facets. I almost am tempted to start searching the areas that are known as the black markets.
It is in Moran.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they have stated. It is in Moran. Now, that extends into the dreams, but that is not... They specifically stated that they felt it within Moran.
If it's still in Moran, then we need to get a scrying done. And I have no talent for such things.
When we spoke
One
with
of my household members has the ability to do such things. I'll ask her, see if she's willing to do so.
We did ask the Valkyries if anything resounded with it. They stated unless it is a body part of a Jotun, then no. There won't be any sort of reaction from the gem. But perhaps scrying would work.
Actually, if we were to do something distasteful, then we may have something she can use to scry for it. She can scry with the one who last held the gem.
It may be... If the body is preserved well enough, and if enough people are okay with the methods to do so, we can even rip his body from the incorporeal realm and see or try to look in to his final moments.
Or we could try and contact the ghost.
That is another way.
The ghost would be less traumatizing, and less abhorrent. I do not wish to see another human tormented further. He
Well,
died terribly.
A body is just a body. It's not like you're calling the spirit back to it, right?
There's two ways to do so. One would be trying to conjure the spirit back to the realm. It could damage the spirit if doing so. It may be unpleasant for it as well, depending on how the individual died. And the other method is more necromantic in some forms. You would be able to get a more detailed description on what happened, but it is blasphemous in its nature.
There are ways to contact a spirit beyond. It is less traumatizing, and bringing the spirit of a murder victim back, sometimes, some of them, they don't rise normal. They will seek their murderer without interruption or exclusion. They'll tear their way through us all. Until they find their murderer, they won't stop killing.
Sometimes,
Yeah, that is exactly.
Sometimes those ghosts, though, just retrace the same steps over and over and over again.
And that is what I'm fearing. If we bring the spirit back, then it might turn into a revenant, a wraith, or it might even just become mindless like
I
Artemis
know
said.
a revenant. Webb is a
Yes.
revenant.
Webb is a revenant.
Huh.
Ah, well, I will depart now and go to the city. It was a pleasure to meet you, Victor, of Rose Court.
Likewise. Always a pleasure to meet new individuals.
I will speak with you all tomorrow. Shadow, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
There you go.
Well,
Here's some
I'll
turtles
make
for you.
myself scarce for the time being. Hopefully my mind was able to be helpful in this discussion.
It is just good to have conversation that isn't so wrapped up in fucking secrets I want to shoot an arrow through my own head.
Yeah, I do not delve in secrets.
I cannot keep secrets.
I like this one.
I don't keep secrets. I just don't always tell you the whole truth. I'm trying to teach him that. It's not been very successful.
Well, a pleasure to see you all again. And I do believe we have met before, Tokage. However, I believe you had a little too much to drink.
I don't think Artemis is drunk.
What the
I was
hell,
talking about
Takake?
you.
Me? I haven't had a
Mhm.
single drop of alcohol.
Not today, Takage.
No, not today.
Mm. Yes, in Maroon, you stumbled over to our table when we were just sitting.
Yes, I was quite hammered.
This
Well.
is why, Tokage, you get into trouble so easily. You hang out with Artemis.
Excuse me. He gets to learn all sorts of things spending time with me. Not all
That
books are written.
that is true.
Mhm.
That's not true. At that point, he does, write down. So then, therefore, he is writing in a book. Therefore, it is in a book.
I am going to throw his
Well,
book into the lake if he writes shit down that I don't want him to.
she's found a way to get me places that I won't be able to write. Either it's too dark, she'll blindfold me, or she'll get me so drunk I can't hold my damn pen.
Maybe you should
Honestly.
practice on holding your liquor then.
Maybe, or maybe there shouldn't be so many different kinds of liquor for me to try.
Oh, I have a stash in the notch, and it is huge. I have so many alcohols.
Why am I not surprised by that?
Well, I've actually put it behind the bar. I moved it out of my apartment into the bar
Oh.
because I was like, I just need to have alcohol that I don't have to pay for on a regular basis. So
Yes,
there's
I've been meaning to ask how you have so much on you, and it doesn't look like you carry a thing.
Fey magic. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, fey magic. No, that makes more sense.
What do you want?
Nothing.
Could be a possibility she might have a bag of holding with different, little compartments for different alcohol.
Yep,
Yes.
something just like that. Except it's a flask of holding, and it just depends on how I turn the cap, which alcohol I get.
3 rotations left, 2 rotations right.
Exactly. Desert wine, iced tea, some jungle rum.
We'll be heading off. Do take care, all of you.
You as well.
Safe travels.
Rest to you.
So, We know the teardrop is still missing. You're trying to find it, you said?
Ah, that was one option, yes.
Hmm. I'll have to go investigate this area more.
You know, notice how he said safe travels you two. He didn't say you three.
You aren't moving. He doesn't know if you live here or not.
He was. He. That's Tokage introduced me as to being a part of the library when he first walked up.
I
Or
think
we
some.
found him.
I don't think it was meant as an offense. I think it was a
I mean, I don't care. I just wanted to point it out. That's all.
Hmm.
I just find it interesting. That's all.
No, this is completely understandable. But then again, he said safe travels to me, and I don't plan on walking. Well, at least I don't know if I will be.
I need to go home. It's late. But I was fishing, and I have dead woman's hair now, which I'm going to sell at market if the market ever fucking shows back up.
I was going to say, when is the next time we go to the hedge?
Well, it would probably depend on the fact that the market moon won't rise, so something's wrong. Either there's a great many people who have decided that the market shouldn't come, or there's one particularly powerful person who has decided that the market shouldn't come. Something's wrong. The moon won't rise.
Well, I do look forward to the next expedition into the hedge next time you go.
I mean, unless you just want to go visit my herd. I mean, there's no market, so.
Okay, the next time you go visit your herd.
I
Oh.
see.
It was quite fascinating. I want to see if the same results might happen.
You will probably. I am very glad it was a fawn who fought with you, not the other way around, not something else.
No, is Talus going to be there?
I think if I were to nudge him, he would probably come.
Then he can take care of the big one.
There's more than one satyr in that herd, you know that, right?
Right, but only one seemed to care.
It was because
And it wasn't even about me.
Well, that was because the one that he picked up was the one that he wanted, the large satyr wanted that night, so.
I see. Well,
By the
Either
way,
way.
I forgot to ask. Where did you go to where your lizard changed color again?
oh.
He broke into somebody's house like a dum-dum.
You did what?
They didn't break into the house, it was open. The door was wide open.
Kage, do you understand why that breaks the laws of hospitality?
Indeed, but what if someone had been dead inside?
Then they would be dead.
Yes, and therefore no one to grant me entrance or not.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm
I also left.
not gonna start fishing. I'm gonna go home because it's late and this is a ridiculous conversation.
Well, you'll be happy to know I left 2 lizards by the Fey Circle.
Oh, I'm sure. Was that supposed to be the gift?
I wasn't sure what else I could give them.
So, just to
Not-
so you understand the stupid that predecessed him breaking into somebody's house. He camped in the middle of a Fey circle under a full
I
moon.
You did what?
See,
Are you
it was
even
pitch
I know
black.
better than that. Oh
It
my.
was pitch black.
Yep, and he went, you know what? It's kind of like pretty and flowery
No.
and a circle and dark, and
It
I'm
was
just
an
gonna
open
enter.
place to set up a tent.
Okay.
Listen. You know, this is why people made fire. This is why they invented torches. Maybe you should start carrying one.
Yes, I should find out where I put my torch. I wasn't aware, so I will not be yelled at for something I was not aware of.
But you were aware. You know better than to wander into a Fey home.
I didn't know it belonged to Faye.
I do suppose that
And
is
if
unfair
anything,
to assume
I'm
you
not
would.
yelling at you. I'm scolding you, but I'm not yelling at you.
Would you like me to
I've
yell
already
at you?
received a number of scaldings today.
Would you like me to yell at you? I can if you want. Or I can-
Why would you yell at me more?
Are you being emotional again? Do you need like a cleansing or something?
Is it showing again?
Mm,
Yes.
it's alright. I don't mind when you're upset. I find it invigorating. It is.
Are you drinking those drinks I made you, or is Pandora been handling it?
Pandora, have not seen in a day, and yes, she's handled what she can. Explain to me. She can't get it out. Mm.
What I am coming to understand recently about myself, Shadow, is that I have this horrible habit of inciting extremely strong emotions in others. And I enjoy it, but I probably shouldn't do it. And I push and push and push on little buttons.
But
And
isn't that our way, in a sense?
not all, but it is something I have come to understand I do a lot.
Mm.
You should sit and fish for a while. It is a very calming experience.
That's true.
Very well.
Don't need to do anything, really.
Mm.
Honestly, seriously, you just sit. That's all you have to do. Does it hurt?
What?
Well, I mean, if you don't even notice it happening, and it doesn't
No,
hurt, and all it does is let you express emotions, is that even a bad thing?
it's more.
It it is if it turns his veins
Why?
and his blood.
I do not know, and I usually suppress my emotions for the sake of less distractions. This seems to prevent my magics from holding it. Have you ever tried to write something down when your eyes are covered in tears? It's quite difficult.
I don't tend to write things down, Takage.
I know.
I have a tendency to try and live in the moment if I can.
I told you I started to slow down. Just wanted to distract myself is all.
I think you got one.
that-
Was it a boot?
Was a boot.
I'm telling you, there must be a pile of boots in this lake.
Must be good. Maybe someone was murdered.
We should go ahead and head home, Artemis. It is getting late. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna sleep myself. Ugh.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'll admit, dancing with your herd is a very good distraction.
Well, that's kind of what they're there for.
Hmm.
If
So
I
please let me know when.
I will. If I didn't think you would get lost as soon as you stepped into the hedge, I would show you how to get there yourself. But someone would pick you up and you'd wander off and you'd end up someone's little plaything. Honestly, I do think someone would turn you into a book and stuff you on a shelf, and that would be your rest of your eternity.
Thank you.
Good night, Takage. Good night, Shadow.
Good night,
night.
Optimus.
What tidings, traveler? May the wind guide you. Keep your
I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow.